Welcome to the Jets Out of Video blog series. This week we're going to preview the Dolphins and reflect on the Steelers game. Alright, Tyson. Before we get into the game versus the Dolphins this week, let's reflect a little. The Jets lost to the Steelers 27-10. Start with offense.
Terrible. Next? No, I'm only kidding. Let's see. They started out strong, and then it fell apart quickly. But while everybody wants to focus on Sanchez, he definitely struggled. There was a lot of issues. Drop passes, poor blocking. I mean, you name it, they did it. It wasn't pretty. A lot of things to correct going forward, but not what you're hoping to see. Even without Dustin Keller, you kind of hoping for a better performance because there were some chances to make plays. They just didn't make them.
All right, so what about the defense?
Man, for one of Rex Ryan's best defenses, that was not a very good performance. I mean, poor tackling. David Harris should have probably had 6 sacks with all the tackles he missed. LaRon Landry had his share of whatever misses. And they couldn't get up the field on third down. I mean, third down was huge. They had a chance to make plays. They didn't make them. And then Big Ben exposed them. They hit Big Ben, but they couldn't take him down. That was one of the keys to the game. Hit him, bring him down, get the sack. They're whiffing, and he's throwing the ball, and next thing you know, you lost the game.
Well, you can hear the Tebow echoes start. He gets on the field, makes a really big gain. They take him off. Right thing to do, but...
They took him off. He had his 22-yard run. Great. Wonderful. He hands the ball to Joe McKnight, 12-yard run. Awesome. Then they lose 6 yards. So now here comes Sanchez, 2nd and 16. Well, I mean, I have a whole rant about Tebow and how they're using them, but not ideal, to say the least. I mean, they waited till the third quarter to use him. If you're going to use the Wildcat, why not use it in the first quarter, second quarter? It's kind of like a desperation move at that point, but, I mean, whatever. It didn't work, and... All
right, water under the bridge. Let's move on to the Dolphins.
It's a lot of water.
Yeah. Well, the Dolphins are coming off a big win against the Raiders, and that's a good Raider team.
It's an impressive win.
What are some keys to the offense?
Let's see here. First off is the offensive line. Got to dominate the line of scrimmage. You got to, establish yourself. Get Sanchez comfortable. Run the ball. Get back to your Jets football. Let's not... there's a lot of negativity right now for a variety of reasons, mostly the media, but it's just control the line of scrimmage, establish a running game, get your play-action pass going, catch the friggin' football, which would be nice, and Santonio Holmes, and then just move on from there. Hopefully Dustin Keller comes back, which would be great, but it's just establish your game. Don't play their game, play your game, man up, maul them, get ahead early, which would be important, because the Dolphin fans are, they're not really fans. Once they start losing, they're going to start leaving. So get an early lead and then just, take advantage of it.
All right. Well, you touched on Sanchez a little bit. You gave reasons why you can say he was almost set up to fail in that one instance. Were there any other concerns? Do you have a concern going into the Dolphin game?
When the Jets start doing bad, the first thing everybody wants to do is Sanchez sucks. That's the first thing that comes to everybody's mind, which is fine. The kid did struggle. He threw some passes that were god-awful. Terrible. But okay, he took a huge hit. I think it was from Timmons. He's getting blasted, which is fine. Every quarterback gets hit. All right, I'll give you that. He throws some decent passes. They drop him, okay, from your leaders, supposedly. Then he makes some good reads, and the guy doesn't turn around. Jeff Cumberland had no clue what was going on. Hits him right in the numbers, but the numbers in his back. So there's a variety of issues here. He didn't play well, but the offensive line struggled at times. The receivers struggled at times. The tight end had some issues as well. So it's the offense itself struggles. So everybody keeps saying Sanchez, Sanchez, Sanchez. And because they want to see Tebow play. That's their whole goal of this, is to bash him until somebody else plays. So in my eyes, it's like the offense as a whole struggled, and you just got to treat it like that.
Well, let's segue into Tebow.
What is your segment to?
Well, the Dolphins did run that Wildcat. They know how to play against it. Do you think the Jets are going to run it?
Maybe. See, this is the whole thing with the whole Tebow thing is, when's he going to play? Is he going to play? How about this? Make your conventional offense work first. He's not some magical surprise where it's like, oh, once he plays, we're going to definitely get first downs. We're going to score 40 touchdowns. I get it. He maybe could have played a little bit more, but I just don't see it. Make your conventional offense work. Win the line of scrimmage. Let Sean Green run. Get your tight ends going. Catch the friggin' football. And you don't have to worry about what Tebow's going to do. It's an element of surprise, which I think is good. Maybe goal line, short yardage. But to bring him in on a first down, sometimes I just don't understand. And honestly, I think the Jets don't understand how to use Tebow at this point. They don't want to offend Sanchez, but they want to get Tebow in the game. I mean, I think they feel pressure to get him in the game as well. So, I mean, I don't know. It's getting annoying now because now Rex Ryan's getting frustrated because of Tebow questions. Well, that's why you shouldn't have traded for him. But anyway, it seems like it's kind of, you know what I mean? They're not sure what to do with him. And I think if you bring him in, if you bring him in and he doesn't pass the ball, it's like, why didn't he pass the ball? So, I mean, you'll see more of him this week. Probably out of pressure, if anything. Or maybe try to change things up. But
my last word on the offense is, if you're going to wear that C on your chest, speaking of Santonio Holmes, if you're going to be called the team captain, if you're going to get that $40 million contract.
Last year he was, yeah. $50 million, yeah.
It's...
Catch the friggin' ball, dude. Run good routes. I mean, you're going to get me started on Santonio. You don't want me going down this path. But it's just like, be a leader. Be your legitimate number one receiver. Run a good route. Play hard. Catch the football. And don't complain. If you don't get the ball where it's supposed to be, don't walk off and complain. Don't shake your head and don't be a leader. That's what you want. I can make an argument right now that they should trade him. And I'm serious as hell about it. He's your best receiver, but it could be addition by subtraction. You need to have guys that buy into the system, will support your quarterback no matter what, and will sell out for your quarterback. Is Santonio that guy?
I would say no.
I'm being serious. I mean, people are saying, "Oh, he's
right now." I thought so,
but he's not. He's just not your legitimate number one guy that you want to build your team around right now. He's not that guy.
Steelers gave him up for a reason.
Absolutely, and now you're seeing it. You saw signs of it last year. You're slowly seeing signs of it this year. I mean, they got a great call list with the pass interference when he dropped the ball, which was a horrible call by the refs. But I mean, don't get me started.
All
on
right,
that.
well, let's move on to
I'm
defense.
sorry. I'm all fired up. Told you.
Let's talk about happy things. Reggie Bush. He exploded last week and killed me in fantasy football.
Brutal.
I lost the game because of him.
Yeah, me too. What do you? How to stop him?
Yeah.
The Jets' run defense is good. It's very good.
Well, I don't think you're going to stop him. Can you slow him down?
Yes. Now, it's a two-part question, though. Can you slow him down running the ball? Yes. Catching the ball out of the backfield? That's a whole other story. I mean, the Jets, historically, under Rex Ryan, have struggled running backs out of the backfield and tight ends. And Reggie Bush is an explosive player, and it seems like he's recreated himself now. He's running hard.
Between the tackles.
He is super focused. He's doing a very good job. And the Miami offense is built around him. So I think they can slow him down because they're probably going to dare Ryan Tannehill to beat them. They're going to stack the box and say, you beat us with your arm. And that's it. So they're going to come after Reggie Bush. My concern is when he comes out of the backfield, guys that have this speed.
Well, let's talk about the rookie. The rookie had a good week last week.
He did. He played well.
But I think this is the X factor in the game where Rex can shine. I hope he's going to go into the game wanting to confuse this kid and create turnovers.
Beat him up. Just beat him up. I mean, he's got a big arm, but if you're completely honest about things, the Miami receivers are kind of pedestrian. I mean, Brian Hartline, Devon Bess. I mean, Fasano, the tight end, is a threat because we can't cover tight ends. But I mean, there's no threat here that you should, especially if Revis comes back. There's no threat on offense. I mean, you can try to confuse him. I just start smacking him around. Unleash Maben. I mean, hit the quarterback. I mean, let's just get back to basics and start just beating people up.
All right, prediction for the game.
Oh, man. What people seem to forget, like every Jet fan you talk to is like, once we win this game, we take on, the 49ers and the Texans. This is a big game for the Dolphins because this is a statement game for Philbin. The Dolphins are trying to get a whole new culture in their complex. This is a big game for them. They're going to build it up. So I think it's going to be a little more physical than we expect. It's going to be a closer game than I think we expect. If the Jets get out early, I think they'll be okay. If they keep the Dolphins in the game up until halftime, third quarter, they could be in a little trouble. With that being said, I'm on the Jets Kool-Aid bandwagon, so I'm going to say 24-13 Jets.
We're moving away from the game and talking about the off-field stuff, the media. Rex Ryan was really upset with those Tebow questions this week.
You know what? It's just getting old. Some of the guys in the media have an agenda. I mean, Manish Mehta must be Tebow's best friend, agent, and probably his marketing guy at the same time. I mean, everything you see is picking on Sanchez, picking on that, and finding a reason to get Tebow on the field. Treat him for what he is. He's a running quarterback. He shouldn't be the backup quarterback. And I don't blame Rex for getting mad at it. At the same time, you knew this when you traded for him. So while you may get frustrated, you can't be surprised. You knew this was coming. If your team plays better, this goes away. If your team struggles, especially on offense, it's coming at you, Rex. This is where Rex's mouth gets him in trouble. He predicted all these things. Best defense, we're going to run the Wildcat. Your defense is getting its ass kicked. The Wildcat, you're not even using it. And now your team's 1-1. Coming off a terrible loss. So what do you want? I mean, what do you want the media to do? So I understand where it's coming from. It's a Tebow experience. And could you imagine they lost this week to the Dolphins?
Oh, goodness.
What would it be like? Could you imagine the circus this would be? So if he's getting frustrated now, could you imagine next week? Or if they lose to the Texans and the 49ers and the Patriots? I mean, get ready, Rex. This is what you wanted, Woody Johnson wanted. Now you got it. Enjoy it.
All right, well, it's Dolphin week. Let's get them.
Let's go. Thank you for watching our Jets vs. Dolphins preview. You can check us out at jetcenter.com. Check us out on Facebook, Tyson Rauch, or on Twitter, TRauch21. We also want to make sure you guys check out deadseriousfightgear.net as they sponsor our shirts. We have a bunch of them to give out. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the game this week. Hopefully they win. That's Alf. I'm Tyson. Talk to you guys later.